Guess what I did today?
What did you did today?
I bought me a new toy.
What could you have bought? Let me think.
It's not something that I've ever said I wanted to get. This has been a pure spur of the moment kind of thing.
Hold on. I'm still going to take a whack at it.
I got one more hint for you if you'd like it.
You bought a Theragun muscle massager.
Incorrect.
You bought a paper shredder.
No. But I do need one.
You bought this is my last blind guess, and then I'll take a hint. You bought a long reach shoehorn.
Incorrect.
Okay.
The hint is you have one and you like it.
You bought an Asus ROG Ally.
No.
Okay. You bought a 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider GS.
Oh, how did you know? No.
in Serrano Red. I have one at, the Stream Deck with knobs.
No.
You already have a PS5, right?
I do.
Okay, so it ain't that. You bought a 40 series graphics card?
No.
Bought a house.
No. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Server rack.
No.
Which of my guests so far has been closest?
The closest was probably a tie between the ROG and the Stream Deck with knobs.
I was gonna say, don't say house. Don't say house. I got nowhere to go on house. You bought an analog pocket?
No.
You bought oh shoot. You bought a Frame Meister.
I wish. I do want one really bad.
Every time we do one of these, Frame Meister is going to be one of my guesses, and you're always going to have that reaction. You're like, no, but that's what I should have bought.
This is where I'd put my Frame Meister. If I had one!
Bought a Raspberry Pi?
No. Oh, I gotta fight this guy again.
You said it was closest between the ROG and the Stream Deck?
Yeah, those were your closest guesses. For, like, the general vibe of what it is.
Okay.
I don't want to fight this guy again.
Why do you have to fight him again?
I don't.
But I mean, in the continuity, why is the game asking you to fight him again?
Because
you rolled back time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fly to the beginning of the dungeon and not fight him.
You bought a Stream Deck? I mean, Steam Deck?
No.
Okay.
I can give you one more hint.
Yeah, let's do one more.
It's a visual one.
All right. I'm watching.
That was it.
Bought an Xbox Series X.
No. But that's your closest guess so far.
You bought an Xbox of some kind?
No.
You're holding a controller. You bought that keyboard in the background.
Keyboard?
There's a piano keyboard.
No, no. You're getting colder.
What clue would be referenced by? Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, you bought an Elite Gen 2 Xbox controller.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I got the design your own one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Very cool.
I'm very excited for it.
When do you get it?
It said like 3 weeks,
Very cool.
so soon-ish.
Yeah.
How did Sergio get that? Was I that obvious?
I mean, Sergio.
Not to like put down Sergio's observational skills or anything. It's just
No, but he pays attention to controllers, so. So I assume it's gonna be green and purple.
it is, and it's got another color on it too. I got the front face is like a light purple, and the back face. Do I even need to go in that room? I think I do. I don't know how to get over there. Front face is green and purple. The back face. Wow, I said that all the wrong words just now. The front face is a light purple. The back of it is a light blue. All of the buttons are green. And it wouldn't let me change the grippers. I wish I could have changed. Like this one doesn't have grippers on it. But
Oh yeah. Yep.
I had to have black grips on it.
Yeah,
So
I assume that's because of their rubber supply.
Yeah.
Because they can dye the plastic a whole lot easier than they can dye the rubber.
But yeah.
That's really cool. I still say my Gen 2 is up there with like the best controllers I have ever used.
I remember what I'm supposed to
I
do.
think it still takes a second place to the DualShock 4 because the DualShock 4 was $60 and my Gen 2 was like 110.
If the DualShock 4 had the joystick layout that the Xbox controllers do, I would like it a million times more.
Yeah.
I feel like all PlayStation controllers have done this, but like, I feel like my hands cramp up if I use them too long.
Yes, they are really small. I'm one of the people that actually enjoyed using the Duke because I have bigger hands, and that was a much more comfortable controller for me to use.
The Duke, I've never messed with the Duke before.
They are enormous controllers. They're like close to Dreamcast size controllers. Sergio says, look into the aftermarket paddles, Logan. You can get the back paddles in so many colors. Oh, and the sticks too.
Oh, I got the back paddles in like a cool dark purple.
Oh, very cool.
Because the customization for the paddles was very significant.
Sergio says the Duke was hilarious. That's exactly why he loved the Duke. Because it reminded him of the Dreamcast. Yeah, everybody like made fun of it, just like this honking controller. And I was like, yeah, it's great. Because I would go back and forth between using a Duke and then a GameCube controller, and I was just like, this thing is microscopic compared to the Duke. Bert's here, says Duke was a great controller, save for the black and white buttons. Yeah.
I forgot about the black and white buttons.
I think the Duke, like, remake, re-release, or whatever they called it, has the bumpers. And I think it might also have the black and whites, but it's just a duplicate of the bumpers. I'm not entirely sure. I should look that up. I think the remake was also by... what, Mad Cats? Who made that thing? Hyperkin made that. I was gonna say Hyperkin, but that didn't sound right. Sergio has his Duke on display in their living room. Yeah, so it has... Man, there's a bunch of buttons on this new Duke. Yeah, it has black and white, so it has 6 face buttons. It has the rounded sticks, but I'm not a huge fan of. I like the concave sticks. But then it also has 2 tiny little bumpers up top. And 2 back triggers. This thing is absolutely swimming in buttons.
Long honkaroos.
Sergio says he's fairly certain that you have seen it when you visited his house, Logan.
I have a terrible memory.
True, he does. Oh, right. I need to delay your speech. What was it? 680, 685, I think? To match up with your mouth movements?
I don't recall.
But yeah, it all comes down to, like, price per feature, and without considering the price, the Gen 2 is easily my favorite. I just don't like how much it costs. And that's why, like, the DualShock 4 is a phenomenal controller at a much better price point. But you said choo-choos can run on water?
The bomb shoes. Bomb shoes can, apparently. I also didn't know that before just now.
There's a new version of Sergio's Power A Faux Elite controller that has RGB inside it. And he is tempted.
Yeah, I was just like, it's stressing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. So I did.
Buying things. That will make me happy. Now you're learning from me.
Participating in capitalism? Yes, please.
I had a rough day. Guess I'm buying a new wrench.
This freaking goober.
Target actually had a deal on Elite 4 controllers. That's what mine is. Mine's an Elite Gen 2 core, the white one, and I have no issues with it. Or it says the patterns on the doors make him think of Star Wars.
Is Dragon Ball Z fighting me?
This whole room looks like the trash compactor on the detention level. Man, talking about Star Wars, making me thirsty for a Cerveza Cristal.
What?
Chilean beer that people have been made aware of that, what was it, in like the 90s, I think? They wouldn't let them interrupt the movies on TV when they were broadcasting TV. So in Chile, they cut these beer commercials so that they would weave into the continuity of Star Wars. So you would see Uncle Ben reach for the lightsaber, but instead of handing him the lightsaber, he would hand him a Cerveza Cristo.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, look up Chile or like Star Wars Cerveza Cristo. You will not be disappointed. Did you? Yeah, did you know that tauntauns were made of beer?
And you thought this beer smelled bad on the inside.
I was gonna say I thought they were refreshing on the outside.
Pretty sure I didn't have to fight that frog, actually. That was another mini boss I didn't have to do, I'm pretty sure.
Builds character.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do all that.
I did not know that floor was water. I thought you were like swan diving into the floor.
Just bones crunch.
Yeah.
I need to go in this one. Frick. I need to get on there. Do that switch. Oh, I know what I need to do. That Igor monster that I'm like, I don't need to fight this guy. He's the one who gives me the ice arrows, and when I come back out here, I can ice arrow that Octorok to make it be a platform. See how it's in a very convenient place right at the edge of this like jump area?
Right.
Don't spit me. Don't spit me, bro. Don't work. All right, now where am I at on here? Green room ceiling. I don't think I've been to the green room. I demanded only brown M&Ms in the green room, but
no one listens anymore.
kids these days. Let me out of this water! Alright. Back in the water again.
So it's time to get flushed again.
I need to go back to if I remember correctly. I'm not super familiar with Majora's Mask dungeons, but if I remember correctly, I need to go back to the front room and then pull some levers there to make these windmills stop going. Yeah, I need to turn off the yellow one, which is that one right there. Down I go. I need to turn off the yellow one and turn on the red one. So now that the spinny thing will spin in the other direction.
Right.
But I need to turn it on to get over there first. So I need to turn off. I need to turn on the red one, then come and turn on the yellow. Off the yellow. Sick of this dude. Now, tarnation. And I fell off. How do I get up to it? Oh. Right. The item that the dungeon gave me.
I was just gonna say, like, what can you freeze to interact with? Every time you zoom in, that
Beautiful goddess face?
the goddess face takes up like 1 frame.
Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just always watching.
Like your goatsy shield.
I forgot and I will remember.
Oh, also you lost the game.
Ah, you son of a gun. So that, why did you do that one? Does freezing the water spouts do?
That's what I thought. That was when you were looking across there. I was like, well, freeze the top of the thing. Does that make like a platform you can stand on? That would be my first thought. But
I
then
can
how do you-
stand on the top of it. If I can get
Oh,
on the
okay.
top of it.
I see. Yeah.
I just don't know how to get on top of it. Maybe I think I have an idea. I'm not very confident in my idea, but it's an idea. Thought maybe I could jump to it from here.
Rabbit ears? Would that get you there?
No, it's way too far.
Okay.
How do I do this? Oh, I see it. There's a hook shot point.
Oh,
on the roof.
jeez. Never would have seen that. I was also going to say, can you cancel out of your hook shot halfway through it? Like, do you have to go all the way
drop
to the
it?
end? Yeah.
No, yeah, I have to follow through all the way.
I think, okay.
It'd be nice. You could do all
Right.
kinds of cool shortcuts and tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it!
Give Link an air dash cancel. Let me play Majora's Mask on a fight stick.
Give me Smash Bros. Controls.
Yeah.
See, if I had gone that time, I would have made it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've missed the jump twice, so I'm like gun shy about it.
Let Link do a Shoryuken so I can put him in Mugen. Oh, I have no doubt Link is already in Mugen. I am certain there are as many Links in Mugen as there are Gokus. In whatever that new Dragon Ball Spark game is.
Also, there's as many Links in Mugen as there are Gokus in Mugen.
That's true. But only one Tom Hanks.
Alright. Now the thingy is spinning the other way. I knew that was going to happen and I let it happen. Now that this thing is spinning the other way, I have so much more room for activities.
Mm-hmm. So Steam has been in service for however many years.
Right.
And they have just now, and I mean yesterday. Hey, Steve. They have just yesterday allowed you to purchase games without notifying your friends what you've purchased.
That's actually been on for a couple weeks. Well, at least it was for me.
Oh, okay. I was going to say shopping cart and private games now out of beta Monday, March 4th.
Oh, maybe I was on the beta then?
Maybe so, yeah.
I didn't opt in.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. It's out of beta. So, yeah. Mark selected games as private, so they are only visible to you, giving you more control of what you share with your friends. This lets you keep your Steam library visible to your friends so they can see what you are playing and join in, yet also keep a few of those games just to yourself.
Holy cow. Okay, that's definitely not an internet problem. The delay on the sound alerts for me.
Oh.
I thought it was an internet problem, but like I just now got AC.
Huh.
What the heck is going on here?
That-
Is this one?
That seems like a feature people have probably been asking for a very long time.
Well, yeah, now that porn is legal on Steam.
Right.
Oh. Didn't want that frozen yet.
Quentin says, yeah, it'd be a shame if I had to go back out there and fix your internet.
Yeah, I don't know why sound alerts is delayed so long, man. somebody do me a favor and put a Steve in again?
Yeah, now that it's cached.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't go.
Oh. I didn't hear it, but that's because I'm on the wrong profile. Now I'm on the right profile. I mean, I heard it on my phone because I have the stream on there.
Yeah, it just came through.
Huh.
I wonder if it's something I have set up wrong in OBS.
You can always refresh the source or whatever that button is. What about that? I was going to say, did you hear that?
This is the seesaw room. I gotta go back to that water wheel room. Because there's 2 in the water wheel room.
Clinton asks, did you forget to turn off your Steve delay? Yeah, he's still got it set to delay Steve instead of hey Steve.
Where's that bomb chip? Seesaw barrel, seesaw chest. So in this room, there's 1 in a chest and 1 in a barrel. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I should have been on that before I turned it on. This room just throws arrows and magic at you because you need to use fire arrows and ice arrows in here.
Yep. Because you will 100% get stuck in here.
There's something down here. Go down, you goofus. Ah, the barrel.
I've noticed that it gives you absolutely no Cerveza Cristos.
That's just true.
Real shame, that.
Okay, that is seesaw barrel. Gotta go back to that water wheel room. And there's a green room? I don't remember no green room.
Curious what it would... Curious to find out what is called the green room.
I imagine it's a room that's all green.
Right. Like there are green pipes up here and there's sort of a green glow above you.
But this is the seesaw room because
Yeah.
there's seesaws.
So, curious to see what's going to turn out to be the green room.
Oh, there's a soul in there. I want that. also not the first place I was supposed to go.
Oh, Quentin makes a good point. Could be an annoying soul. Might not want that.
Listen. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 souls that I need to have, and is one annoying soul.
Mm-hmm.
3 annoying souls. 4 annoying souls.
Okay.
There's 11 that I need, and whatever number I said for the ones I need.
Baker's dozen.
So how does one go about? Let's just see what happens when I milk this. Okay, that puts me up to the switch. That's what that one is for. So I don't need that one on yet. And I can freeze the other one because I believe that one also goes to the ground level. Point is, the chances are it's a soul that I need to do stuff. Additionally, how do I get in there? Oh, I see how. I gotta walk along the pipe and climb up there and then drop it. I think.
I assume freeze the water so that it's not coming down on you? Oh,
No,
it's not.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not on the way. But I do need to deal with this real bomb chew. Okay, that should have worked, but it didn't. Alright, I'm not tall enough, but I might be as a Zora. I am. Okay, now that I'm here, I can just hookshot over to him. Oh, that was not a soul. That was a boss key. The Stone Tower Temple. Alright. Cool. But I need to go back to that other room. Excuse me, sir. To do that, I need to freeze that and go up the seesaw. This is not the water wheel room?
This is not the water wheel room. I don't know what the heck is.
I guess this is not the water wheel room. Maybe the water wheel room is after the green room.
If you say so, champ. Could this be the green room? I mean, the walls are green?
No, this is the seesaw room.
Okay. Got a real loose grasp on what rooms are called.
It's very vague. All right, what room is this? There's one in here. Supposedly. Center main barrel. Hot on ledge room. Oh, I think I didn't collect it and just checked it because it's just a bomb.
Oh, okay.
But let's see. Alright, I need to go back in that one room I was in, which is down here. Oh no, I don't. I already determined that I don't need to go in there. And I went back in here anyway. Dang it. I'm just going to make life easier on myself and just warp to the front of the dungeon. Both of these spiders are back, so I gotta be careful that they don't send me flying over the edge. Not that one. This looks like a green room. Green rooms. Oh, I see it. It's underneath this. Oh, and that's Gott's remains. I need that now. I can go fight Majora.
So, the green room is not the room with the green walls.
It's got green everything. It's got green pipes, green lever, green. Is that Gott's remains? No, that's a tunic. Boss room bubble. Oh, this is the door to the boss. I shouldn't be here. Yeah, that's a tunic. It's not Gott's remains. Boss room by exit.
And asks, you've already got. You already have got, don't you?
I do have Gott. I need twin mold. I just knew I needed one remain and I thought it was Gott's remains. You know what they say about assuming? Okay, so
I mean, you just assumed that I knew what they said about assuming, so.
touche.
It says you don't have Gott's soul?
I do have Gott's soul.
That. He was not saying that
wait.
was a.
Oh. I do not have Gott's soul. But I don't need Gott's soul to get Gott's remains.
Alright.
It's just a red rupee. I don't need it. I don't need it. Goes to the boss. This room moves so much. I can't tell what's going on. Okay. Let's just try to see what's going on here without sending myself down that hallway.
Bert asks, what's the difference? Quentin says, it's like a Kingdom Hearts thing with the nobodies and the heartless.
Yeah, exactly. Not that one. Not that one. This one. No! This is not the one. I think I know where I need to go. I don't need to be in the water. I think I need to go straight across.
Okay.
Let me consult the map. Yeah, I need to not be going underwater. I need to go straight across. There are still 2 chests in there. What room is that? Ew. Tokes.
Yeah. Good luck putting an X in that name.
Tokes. And now, in the vanilla version of this dungeon, I would have the ice arrows and I can freeze that waterfall and I can climb up the ladder. Zot. That's actually pretty good. That's not what I want to do. Okay. This is not the green room or the water wheel room. I see a hook shot in that far corner. And what about it? Big whoop, you won't fight about it? Why am I under attack? Oh, there's fish in the water. How do I get up into the ceiling? Actually, you know what? I think I need to... I'm gonna kill these fish.
That's here.
Hey, Patsy.
And said, "Oh, I can't do the thing."
What thing?
I assume he's talking about the metal pipe sound effect.
Oh. Thank God for that.
Is there a reason you can't do that? Let me check our extension. Oh, it's 100 bits and he has 85. Okay.
Oh. Oh, hello, Mr. Peg. Sir?
But that pay would be a conductor.
Stove face first into a piece of ice. There we go, I'm up here. Oh, cool. I actually think I can hold that much money in my wallet now. So this is definitely green room ceiling. So there's water wheel lower chest, water wheel upper chest. So I think I need to go back in that thing I went into twice by accident and didn't want to go into. There we go. All right, now I'm in that room where I'm like, what are those two chests? They're in here somewhere.
Okay, I have addressed the pricing discrepancy for the pipe sound. Call it a stimulus.
You made it free?
Yeah, but it's also.
It's not that startling unless you don't know it's coming, I guess.
I think it's also it is only for subs though. So I did put a slight control on it though.
Well, that's good.
So it doesn't cost you bits. It'll just cost you a sub. Giving Bert too much power.
Ah, poop. Ooh.
That's a steel pipe democracy right there.
Question is, how do I get into there? There's a chest up in there. How do I get jalapeno business? That's one way to do it, I guess. Whoa, okay.
I was wondering if anybody was going to use that one.
All right, I think that was the upper chest. Which means there's one more lower chest. Oh, I have that one.
Oh no, I have made an oopsie.
Where is this lower chest, huh?
Where's the freaking gabagoo?
Think I see it? I don't see it. Not on this layer. Oh, I did that way too early. I can wrap my head around it, Bert. The one that I'm not looking forward to is the Stone Temple Tower. There's 0 pilots inside of it, by the way.
Very good.
Oh, I see it. How do I get into it? All right. It was trash. All right. Well, the only thing left to do in this dungeon is fight the boss. Which, do I have Georg's soul? I do. And I can defeat Georg with the Fierce Deity Mask relatively easily.
Georg.
Georg. G-Y-O-R-G. I'd be Georg.
I was going to say, that's George.
George? Hey, I'm George. I'm a bite you. I'm a big fish. Don't boo me, I'm right.
George of the jungle.
Oh, that boo was several minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know for what joke it was for.
It was for your STP.
Oh, the pilots, gotcha.
Huh? Georg Fieri.
Georg of the jungle. That's a good one, Bert.
You're getting flushed down to Flavor Town.
Plenty of seafood.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember the vanilla way to beat this boss.
I I'm still waiting to see what he looks like. What would a guy named Georg look like? I cannot anticipate this boss.
Big fish.
Oh, okay. So he's a relative of Gyarados.
Yeah. Evolution of Magic Yarp.
It's no Lord Wu Fact, that's for sure.
No, that's true. Kind of hard to beat perfection, you know what I mean?
I'm curious. What is the...
Whoops.
Is there a reason those two... Because Gyarados is a fish, right?
Yeah, Gyarados is like a big, long fish.
What I thought. Eelish in
Yeah.
form? Okay.
Ish.
Really Eelish?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I got a fairy. Great Bay Fairy. Okay, well. What else? Why is it saying I'm not done here? Oh, the Forg. Well, I'm not doing the Forg today. And a dungeon map. Oh no, it's the map of the Great Bay. Well, that was useless. So I guess we'll go do the Stone Temple Tower. Stone Tower Temple. Which I am not familiar with in the slightest. This is the one I was looking the least forward to, but it looks like that's where we gotta go.
Bert says, I remember getting to this boss after spending hours figuring out the dungeon. Controller ended up getting unplugged and crashed the game. Oh, terrible. Didn't finish Majora's until 15 years later.
That sucks, bro.
That's a very good joke, Steve.
What did Steve say?
He improves on your Stone Temple Pilots joke. He says, "Where you going with the mask I found?"
If I remember correctly, this puzzle's a little tricky too. He's just getting into the dungeon.
That looked like a thing to plant seeds on. Oh, no, it's not.
It's a Bhutan. Don't remember how the song goes. The Elegy of Emptiness. Right, left, right, down, right, up, left.
It's a
No.
Helldiver stratagem.
Yeah, great.
That'd be a funny mod if someone modded in Ocarina songs for stratagems. So you still get the stratagem, but it just plays, the Sun song or whatever.
That would be very funny. And you have to do the actual input for that song.
Yeah. And it says, I'm kind of surprised they were promoting the use of macros for stratagems. It doesn't break the game. In fact, it could be seen as an accessibility feature. Because if you have trouble...
Do stratagems have the same inputs every time for specific stratagems?
Yes, each one, like the reinforcement is, what? Down, up, right, left, up, or something like that?
I thought
So
they were
it's-
random every time. I didn't
No.
realize they were the same.
Yep, each one has its own pattern, and you can call it as long as it's available.
That's why I'm seeing people do the evacuation inputs, and it's just like.
Yes, because once you've done them enough, like I can call in reinforcements pretty much without thinking, because I have the muscle memory plugged in because I've killed so many of my teammates.
You know that scene from The Iron Giant where Mansley freaks out and calls in a nuclear strike on the Iron Giant?
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I could have answered you no immediately because I've never seen the Iron Giant.
Well, there's a scene where Mansley freaks out and he calls in a nuclear strike on the Iron Giant, but the Iron Giant is A, not attacking, and B, wait. But it's also like in the middle of town.
Oh, okay. That's a bad idea.
And there's a scene where, oh, okay, I didn't need to do that at all. But there's a scene after he does it, where the general like grabs Mansley by the scruff and goes, "That missile's locked on to the giant's current position. Where's the giant, Mansley?"
Yeah.
And he looks over and the giant's standing like right next to him. And he goes, "Oh." I sent that
Okay.
TikTok. Somebody did that, but they put Helldiver helmets on
Yes,
their heads.
Yeah.
And I sent that to Meg, and she goes, "Hey, that's Clayton. That's
Yeah.
me to Clayton.
Uh-huh.
Where's the giant, Mansley?"
Yeah, in a certain way, I could see it as kind of an accessibility feature by allowing macros to be used. It's not breaking the game because you're not gaining access to anything that wasn't already there. You're just making it easier to execute the inputs. Kind of the same way that like Turbo Fire was on the DualShock controllers. Back to talking about DualShock controllers. They just allowed you to button mash without button mashing. Unless you're trying to do the torture scene in Metal Gear Solid, in which case Revolver's going to know if you're using Turbo Fire.
Oh, does he really?
Oh yeah, he very specifically says, and don't even think about using the Turbo Fire, I'll know.
Does he know?
Oh yes, you fail immediately if you use Turbo Fire.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Yep. They were not they were not playing. Clay, danger is as close as I say it is.
Oh, there's a big rock there.
Yeah. They come through every once in a while.
They do that. Rock just rolls up. Is it chill if I chill here?
See? Keep forgetting you make those copies of yourself. It catches me off guard every single time.
They made a whole creepypasta off of the Link one.
Yeah. Shelby left her hoodie on her chair one night after she was playing games, and it was positioned just so that it looked like someone was sitting at her desk. And rather than go in there and turn her chair the other way so that I could clearly see that it wasn't someone, I walked past her door, like, I'm gonna say at least a half a dozen times, and it shot a spark down my spine every single time.
There was one time when I was a kid that I had a jacket hung over the back of my chair,
Okay.
and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I saw it, and it just scared the hell out of me.
I've started like flashing the lights on the staircase whenever I'm coming upstairs, because Shelby's usually like very focused on her games whenever she's playing. So if I open the door or if I move past the door, it'll like kind of startle her.
You've done it a few times on stream.
Yeah. So I'll flash the lights and she'll go, "Oh, thanks for telling me you're standing there."
Oh.
Always a winner.
So why is there no delay on those?
Comes through a different service.
But
I
why
don't
is the
know.
delay just for me?
You could always, you know, we have to refresh.
That
the
is
cache
indeed a tasty beverage.
on on whatever that source is. You know what I mean?
All right, let's do that right now.
I'm gonna have to go into it to remember what it is.
Cheers for Fears. No, that's Alert Box. Properties. Refresh cache of current page.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, I pushed the button like 8 times. Can somebody Steve me?
No!
Yep, that was immediate.
All right. Good stuff.
And thank you for your malicious compliance.
Right.
I'm always a fan of some malicious compliance.
Yeah, just keep trying. I'm sure it'll work one of these days.
Wasted a light arrow on that bad boy. Just trying to figure out where to go. Oh, there.
I'd say up is your general intended direction.
Usually. It is usually the case. And here is the owl statue. I'm at the tap.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Have all the warp locations. It's kind of lame that this make creepy copies of yourself song only works in this area.
Really?
Yeah, it only works in the outside of the Stone Temple Tower, or Stone Tower Temple, and the inside of the Stone Temple Tower.
Huh.
But
Is
it'd
there
be
any
cool if it
explanation
worked.
for why?
It's just there might be. If there is, I don't remember what it is.
I mean, obviously there's a video game reasoning because it would
Yeah.
make all of the Switch puzzles ridiculously easy.
If I shoot a light arrow into that little red jewel right there,
Okay.
it flips the dungeon upside down. And there are 3 chests in the upside down. I'm wondering if I should just do them now and not have to think about it anymore. In fact, that is what I'll do.
Alrighty.
And I died. I even entered the dungeon upside down, which I always thought was cool.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold up. What was that? Saw something on the map. There's a bunch of chests on the map. You see that?
See a couple ahead of you.
Yeah, what are those?
Maybe. Well, I guess you can get
I can't.
lower / higher than you are.
I don't know if I can, though. I've never done it before. Hope there are checks.
Would you be able to see chests that have not been revealed to you yet?
No, I have the map of the area.
Okay. Is that jewel obscured in such a way that you can only hit it from standing right in front of it?
Yeah, I can't do it from like, and it even when I flip it, I would go to a specific point.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, I got the dungeon map for this dungeon. That's convenient.
Sergio asks, "Hey Logan, question. On the night you are coming to visit, Deeds and I plan to go to a local wrestling show. Would you be interested in going with us?"
Oh, hell yeah. That sounds awesome.
Not only will I go, I'll participate.
Someone's got to teach those jabronis what's up.
Got my razor blade right here.
Don't worry. It's for me.
Yeah, to cut my own brow.
There's a guy with a light arrow symbol on his chest. I think I have infinite magic right now because this would be a pain in the ass to just use that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I flipped them.
Deidre thought you would say no.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, how many people are going to be there? Is it going to be pretty crowded?
Since Deidre thinks I won't go, I won't go.
Well, I just thinking, why would Deidre think that? And she would think that because I'm not a big fan of crowds.
Right.
Like if we're sitting shoulder to shoulder with other people, I'm not super sure I want to do
Why
that.
is Steve shouting high school coach?
I don't know.
Remember the tune? The time we saw a high school take 2 chair shots, or a high school coach take 2 chair shots.
I can either say I found all 3 chests or that I haven't found all 3 chests, but... And unfortunately... It's showing me every chest on the map.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might need to go back out and flip it and do what I can.
Right.
And find those last 3 after I'm done. But I revealed a chest,
Yeah?
and it's a big one. It's a gold border chest, which means it's got a big item in it.
Always nice to reveal a big chest.
Tell me about it. Wait a minute.
Is it? Are you in the right room? Oh, it'd be above you.
It's above me. I need to back up a little bit. Hold up. Back up. I am firing these arrows off willy-nilly. Very glad I have infinite magic. Because light arrows would take... Oh, and I gotta put the things back. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy. Yeah, Sergio, if it's going to be very crowded there, I might have to take back my "oh, hell yeah." Bunch of enemies in here now that there weren't before. So funny that they just fucking explode. It is Serenade of Water. Useful, but way too late for that to be very useful. Alright, apparently there's a chest down here somewhere. There's a third chest somewhere. It is raining very hard outside.
Really?
There are no fairies in this room. Fuck off.
It's supposed to rain almost all day tomorrow here. Not looking forward to working. Ah, God, that's gotta be miserable.
It's rough, buddy. I thought I dealt with this already. This has got to be Stone Tower Small Key. Morpha! I can beat the water temple.
All right.
That's 2 checks right there.
It says, and our dispatch team is heartless and tend to take in more jobs during those times. Because why should they care since they're indoors 24/7?
What's that noise?
I was just having this conversation with Shelby about our support queue. So, I'm technically an engineer. I am not on the quote support staff. I can do most of the things that the support staff do, but I'm supposed to spend most of my time like implementing new stuff rather than fixing the things that don't work right currently. So we had this problem to where people would submit tickets, they wouldn't get answered very quickly, so they would have friends on the team, like me, who are not supposed to be taking those tickets, and they would just go, hey man, can you take care of this real quick? I just need to be added to this group so I can get into this network storage or make this change or whatever. I go, sure, done, I'll close the ticket. They would get mad at us. And they were like, we need those tickets. We need to like justify our purpose in the company. And when you take all of our tickets, it makes it seem like the company doesn't need us. I was like, well, that might be
Weird.
worth looking into. But I didn't say that. So we stopped doing it. And I would still help my friends out when they needed to get things done, but I would leave notes on the tickets, like saying, "Oh, this has been done. Ticket can be closed," but I wouldn't close it for them. So they would still be able to take the credit, and my friend would get the thing he needs done without having to wait. When we stopped helping them in their queue, they were like, "Oh, we can't keep up. The ticket volumes are too high. Can you guys come help take some of the tickets out of our queue?" I was like, you got to make up your mind, man. Either you want us to take stuff or you don't. Sergio asks Logan, did you ask me something?
I did. I asked how crowded was that wrestling thing going to be? Because if it's going to be very crowded, I think Deidre might be right.
Gonna be like nuts to butts?
Are we going to be like sitting shoulder to shoulder with other folks, or are we going to have wiggle room? So many things moving around in here. This is the dungeon that I am like the least familiar with.
I've never enjoyed water dungeons in any Zelda game.
This isn't even the water dungeon. It's just got some water in it.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The one we did before was the water dungeon for Majora's Mask.
I can't even remember it. I've wiped it from my memory.
It's got a green room, a water wheel.
Oh, the place where we just were. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not in the same place?
No.
I've lost track of all our travel then.
Remember I had to climb up that
Right, you
thing
did.
and make copies?
Completely forgot about that. So we are
And then
above
and then
/ below the water temple?
No, we're nowhere near there.
Oh.
Remember we fought that big fish?
Do you remember the fish? Yep, it's coming back. Yep. So it just says, so it's a bit crowded, but we get second row, and that usually has wiggle room, especially since this next one will be at a high school gym. So I figured it should be spacious as the one we took Steve to.
Okay. I'll do it.
But it says, yeah, and our dispatch team was tired of us showing up after appointment windows and stopped assigning jobs at the beginning of the day and have us just pull jobs as we go. Well, on Saturday, I pulled an 8 o'clock and a 12 o'clock appointment after 3 p.m. So that plan went well for them. Just remember, The pattern is 1 sun, 2 moon, 3 star.
Huh?
It's from DuckTales.
Is it from the new one?
It's the same pattern. It's the same pattern as it has been for the past 30 years.
Oh, the video game.
Yeah.
So I forgot about these.
What is this?
This is
Is this for the thing of time? Pedestal?
Yeah.
You have to put the gems in?
Yeah, and I need all 3 of them to do 2 checks. But I haven't encountered them at all.
Why do these... I assume this is intentional, but why do these doors light up when you shine your light on them?
What do you mean? Oh, these aren't doors. These are mirrors.
Oh, alright, that's fine then. So it just says, and I've got cloth and N95 mask like no tomorrow, so protection is really what you want.
Yes, it is. It is what I want.
Send you a link to my gill mask.
I done already had COVID. Don't want to. Whoa! What the fuck is that?
That looks like Dr. Phil.
It does look like Dr. Phil. Oh, he explodes. Oh, I know what those things are. I didn't know they were here.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't-
send you the link to my my gill mask, and you can look like the Winter Soldier when you go out.
Okay, so this is mirror room sunblock. And sun in mirror room. Apparently there's a lava room. Makes a funny noise.
Yeah, just like Dr. Phil.
Okay, this must be...
It says, I think you have one other... Oh, of those little rooms.
Oh, this is lava room. One other what?
Of
There's
that
lava room.
green emerald thing you collected, you have one other.
Oh, I can't check until I go over to the other game.
Right.
So there's lava room chest. There's lava room fire ring. Get away from me. Get away from me. Still coming. I didn't think that would work.
Yeah, that's close every time you do that.
I think it was specifically designed. Wish I could turn and not just go sideways. I would love to not be facing sideways. It would be my favorite thing. How do I make the foyer go down? There's some money. Oh, there's the chest. Okay, so that's lava room chest. Now I need to figure out how to do lava room. Oops. Lava room fire ring. I did see a switch down here. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. I like Goron's Goron Link's little goatee. It's funny. Frick. This is impossible, dude. I hope that one's not timed.
Oh, that's a good idea. Quentin asks if you can leave a shadow Goron.
Probably. But it looks like it's not timed because I'm taking a very long time to get over here. So now I'm turning. I burnt to death. I didn't even look through that window. I should have looked through that window to see if the fire ring was still there or not.
Oh. All right, Sergio. Have a good night.
All right, night, Sergio.
It is after 11, so if you can get to a stopping point.
Yes. But I'm about to get this chest that is gone. It's trash. Oh no. Excuse me? That was very rude. Give me something good. It's a key. And I have all the keys already.
Yep.
Great. Key to the fire temple. Did I tell you I found out why I have all the keys?
No.
There was a setting that I turned on that I didn't realize I had turned on called Skeleton Key.
Oh, okay.
And I found the skeleton key at some point without realizing what it was.
It just gives you
me all the
access to
keys.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did a thing. Hang on. I have lava room. That was the light arrows from that guy. Pre-boss crystal switch. That must be this room? Question mark? Okay. This must be upside down stuff.
Oh, maybe so.
Because I'm realizing now that the separate things for the upside down chests, I think are those chests that I saw outside of the temple. So I need to figure out how to get to those, which I will do between streams. Oh, there's Igor. I can't go back.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a big fucking eyeball. Well, there's defeat Igor.
I was gonna say that was not nearly as tough as the game seemed to imply.
It's because I used light arrows, and light arrows pack a real wallop.
Ah, I see. Yep.
Okay. Then there's entrance sun. Back at the entrance. Well, since I'm back at the entrance.
I was gonna say that's a excellent place to save it.
Yeah. I am gonna go back to the owl statue because that's how you save in Majora's Mask.
Right.
Oh, and the blocks aren't there, so I gotta do the thing.
Jeez.
That's okay. I don't have to do the thing. I can just warp over to it. I have the thing.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay. We're still as equally as super close to being done with the game as we were last time. But like,
Mathematically, it sounds like you've made 0 progress.
in a way, if you really want to think about it that way, technically, on a technical level, yes, I
Right.
have made 0 progress today. But I'm just gonna take a look at the map. I can defeat Morpha now, which means we can clear out the water temple, and that's 2 checks there. What other souls? Did I get any other souls? I didn't get any other souls today. I just got the Morpha soul.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I can do in Ocarina of Time. I have all of these checks. There are so many checks in here. They're mostly fairies, though.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's all here. I'm gonna look up online how to get to those chests outside of this temple and do those first thing. 'Cause I didn't even know they were there. Today I learned.
Right?
There's a couple of other things that I'm not sure if I did right or not that I can double check, which I might just do between streams just to like check and see if it's correct or not.
Right.
But if not, I still have a bunch of stuff to do here, and I might also watch a few walkthroughs of this dungeon just to like know where everything is, because this is like the only dungeon where I don't really know where a lot of the stuff is.
Yeah. Quentin says, I remember Matt doing it, but I don't recall how, though.
Yeah, I gotta look it up because I didn't even know that they existed before today.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. Make sure you go follow us on Threads and Discord, where you can see daily and weekly updates about what we're gonna be playing that day/week. We also have 2 YouTube channels, one for our old edited videos and the other one for our VODs that go up 5 years after the stream ends. We also have YouTube again, but also a website that you can go check out our 2 podcasts, Help Me Understand, the JoJo Bizarre Adventure Watch Along podcast, as well as the Carpe Boredom podcast, which is going to have a new episode soon.
It is.
Not already.
No, I'm working on it now.
Got this bottle of water and I didn't drink any of it.
Yeah, I had very little of mine.
Too busy gaming to hydrate.
Right. Ain't that always the way?
We'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to think of what it is.
probably Helldivers if I had to guess.
Yes.
That's-
Where's the schedule?
Typically what we've been doing on Wednesdays.
Where did I put the schedule?
Schedule weekly.
Oh, there it is. I
3-6, Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2. Tomorrow we'll be fighting for democracy. You're welcome. And yeah, it'll be fun. Come back tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.